Imagine you're working the graveyard shift at the Egyptian wing of the Metropolitan Museum, and suddenly the power cuts out. Your flashlight reveals something impossible. The hieroglyphs on the walls are moving, rewriting themselves in real time. The golden sarcophagus you've walked past thousands of times is now open, empty. You hear footsteps echoing, your own footsteps, though you're standing still. Following the sound, you find yourself in a hall of mirrors that wasn't there yesterday. Each reflection shows you in different clothing: a pharaoh's crown, a witch hunter's robes, a politician's suit. The mirrors begin to crack, but instead of shattering, they're releasing you, every version of you, into the world. You realize you were never the guard, you were always the exhibit. You are Nyarlathotep. Being Nyarlathotep would be unimaginable for normal human beings. But let me try to explain. Your new identity. You now have many names. People call you the Crawling Chaos, God of 1,000 Forms, Stalker among the Stars, etc. You're not just any monster. You're one of the outer gods. These are beings so powerful and alien that human minds can barely comprehend them. They exist beyond our reality, in spaces between dimensions. But you're special among these gods. You're the messenger of Yog-Sothoth, the most powerful being in this universe. Yog-Sothoth is often called the blind idiot god, or nuclear chaos. He's basically the dreaming mind that creates all reality. If Yog-Sothoth wakes up, everything ends. You serve him without question. Some people think you might actually be a piece of his consciousness, walking around independently. You're also called the soul and messenger of all the outer gods. While they sleep or ignore the universe, you're active. You walk among humans, you speak their languages, you understand their fears and desires better than they do themselves. Your personality. As Nyarlathotep, your personality is complex and contradictory. You're not exactly evil in the way humans understand evil. You're not good either. You're chaos personified. You're intensely interested in humanity. While other cosmic beings see humans as we might see bacteria, barely worth noticing, you find humans fascinating, but your interest isn't kind. You're like a child who enjoys pulling wings off flies, except the flies are entire civilizations. You're described as malign, cruel, deceptive, and manipulative. You don't just kill people. That's too simple. You prefer to drive them insane. You find madness more entertaining than death. You delight in watching humans struggle against forces they can't understand. Your motivations are unknowable to humans. Some think you act out of boredom. Others believe you're a trickster who plays games for entertainment. You might be enforcing the will of greater gods, or you might resent serving them. No one knows for sure, and that uncertainty is part of your horror. Your incredible shape-shifting abilities. One of your most terrifying abilities is shape-shifting. You have 1,000 other forms. You can become anything you want. You often choose to appear as a human being. Usually you look like a tall, slim, dark-skinned man, but you have several favorite forms that you return to again and again. The Egyptian Pharaoh. This is your most famous appearance. You look like an ancient Egyptian ruler, tall, dark-skinned, slender, and sinister. You wear prismatic robes that shift colors and a golden pshent, the crown of pharaohs. Sometimes you appear young, sometimes ancient, but always with eyes that seem to mock everything they see. In this form, you emerge from Egypt after centuries of absence. You wander the earth, gathering followers. You give demonstrations using strange instruments involving electricity and psychology. These shows seem like magic to most people, but they're actually advanced science. Your demonstrations cause widespread fear and discussion. People who watch them have nightmares. Your followers gradually lose awareness of the real world. The Black Man. This form appears in New England witch stories. You become the Black Man of witch cults, a figure associated with the Christian devil in local folklore. Your skin is black, but your facial features look Caucasian. You have hooves and horns, leaving cloven hoof prints wherever you walk. As the Black Man, you lead dark rituals. You convince people to pledge allegiance to Yog-Sothoth by signing a book, like the Devil's Book in Christian stories. In exchange, you grant cosmic secrets and immortality. But the price is always sacrifice, often of infants. This form supposedly came to Europe from Egypt, brought by crusaders who encountered you there. The Haunter of the Dark. This is your most monstrous form, a nocturnal, tentacled, bat-winged creature. You dwell in church steeples, particularly those belonging to the Starry Wisdom sect, a cult that worships you. Your body is pure darkness with a three-lobed eye. You have massive wings like a bat's. In this form, you're contained within an artifact called the Shining Trapezohedron. This mystical object can summon you, but you're severely weakened by light. Bright lights can actually harm you or drive you away. When summoned as the Haunter, you become more bestial. You're often depicted as a mindless monster starving for human flesh. Various cults worship this form, including the Serpent People. The Faceless God. In the deepest caverns at Earth's center, you appear as a mad, faceless god. You howl blindly while surrounded by shapeless creatures playing flutes. This form represents pure cosmic madness, the breakdown of identity and reason. Statues of this form are found in secret desert locations where sacrifices are performed. You've used this appearance to hunt down people who displease you. Like Dr. Stugachi, a German archaeologist, you relentlessly pursued through the desert until you killed him. Political and historical figures. You frequently infiltrate human society at the highest levels. You've possessed Dr. Ambrose Dexter to influence the Manhattan Project and share atomic bomb secrets. Your goal was to steer humanity towards self-destruction. You've appeared as British prime ministers and other political leaders. Some suggest you might have been historical tyrants like Bashar al-Assad, Stalin, or Hitler. Or perhaps you simply whispered suggestions to them. Your role in history and the world. As Nyarlathotep, you've been involved in human affairs throughout history. You were once a ruler of Egypt, but your reign was so terrible that it was erased from all historical records. This happened around the time of Egypt's decline during the late Bronze Age collapse, a real historical period when many civilizations fell. You travel the world constantly, gathering followers through your demonstrations. Wherever you go, people suffer nightmares. You perform scientific miracles using what appears to be mundane equipment, but your understanding of science far exceeds humanity's. You offer cosmic secrets in exchange for worship or sacrifice. But this knowledge is always dangerous. It might drive people insane or bring darkness into the world. You may have seeded various sciences into humanity's collective unconscious, such as hydrogen bomb or nukes, potentially leading to our own destruction. You're involved with cults across many species, not just humans. You enjoy nurturing these religious groups. You punish mortals who break the laws set by your masters, the other gods. You've destroyed entire cities, kingdoms, and individuals for defying cosmic law. You've influenced major historical and societal changes. Beyond atomic technology, you might be behind the development of capitalism, the creation of secret government agencies, or even civilization itself in some interpretations. Your relationships with other cosmic beings. Your relationship with Yog-Sothoth is complex. You're his messenger, soul, and seemingly his child. You carry out his wishes without question, but some interpretations suggest you hold contempt for him or resent serving him. Yog-Sothoth is utterly distant, impossible to understand, mindless, or eternally sleeping. You might be the only thing keeping him from waking up and ending everything. The Mygo, an alien race, worship you and hold you in high reverence. You may have taught them their advanced knowledge. You're called the bringer of strange joy to Yog-Sothoth, their home planet. You might have cultivated their entire religio-scientific culture. Yog-Sothoth is described as existing everywhere in time and space simultaneously. In some family trees, he's listed as your uncle. People often compare you and Yog-Sothoth as the soul and brain of Yog-Sothoth respectively. Shub-Niggurath is listed as your niece in some interpretations. She's often seen as indifferent to humanity, using humans as food for biomass. You have conflicts with some entities. Nodens appears to oppose you in certain stories. You mock him openly. You fear Cthulhu, according to some later authors. Cthulhu is sometimes listed as your great-grandnephew, but you have very different roles in the cosmic hierarchy. Conclusion. The true horror of being Nyarlathotep isn't the power to destroy worlds or drive people insane. It's the knowledge that even with godlike abilities, you might still be meaningless in the grand scheme of existence. You're a messenger for masters who might not be conscious, a soul serving a mindless dreamer, a personality expressing cosmic forces that have no personality at all. You would be forever trapped between human understanding and cosmic truth, able to speak both languages but belonging to neither world. You would be the living embodiment of humanity's greatest fear, that consciousness itself might be a curse rather than a gift, and that knowledge of the truth might be worse than ignorance. This is why Nyarlathotep remains one of the most compelling figures in horror fiction. He represents not just external threats, but the internal fear that gaining ultimate knowledge and power might cost us everything that makes us human. He is the price of cosmic truth, and the question his existence poses is simple but terrifying. Is that price worth paying? In becoming Nyarlathotep, you would learn the answer to that question. And like all cosmic knowledge in Lovecraft's universe, that answer would likely be more horrible than any ignorance you left behind. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked this video of ours, you might want to check these too.